Buddhist meditation is the practice of looking deeply into the nature of reality. Because if we don't have enough concentration, mindfulness, we cannot look deeply. We can be deceived by what we see and by what we hear. It's like a science. Science is also an attempt to look more deeply. You look at the sky and you see a star. You believe very strongly that the star is there. But it may be that the star has already disappeared 1,000 years of light ago. And that is why you can be deceived by what you see and what you hear. And science helps us to be more careful. And Buddhism does the same. If you look deeply, and then you can be free from wrong perceptions, from illusions. Like the illusion that life is permanent. There is a permanent soul inhabiting each living being, these kind of things. The Buddha did have teachers. He followed a number of teachers, and he practiced with communities. And he had made some progress in his path of looking deeply. But he realized finally that this kind of realization was not enough for his liberation, and that is why he had to continue by himself. And sitting at the foot of the Bodhi tree, he was able to make a breakthrough and discover the nature of interdependence, the nature of interbeing. He discovered the way of looking deeply, and he could transcend his idea of birth and death, coming and going, being and non-being, and he was completely liberated from suffering. The happiness, the salvation of Buddha was possible thanks to Mahaprajna, great understanding. And when you got great understanding, you are no longer afraid of being born, of dying. And that is why you want to share your insight and your practice with other people. When you think of the Buddha, you think of the young man who was born in Kapilavastu, who practiced many years in the forest, and who went around India to give the teaching. But that is only a portion of the Buddha. Because the moment when the Buddha began to build a Sangha, he began to transfer himself to the Sangha. And many disciples, monastic like lay, they continue the Buddha. And you have to see the Buddha in the Sangha. You have to be able to see the Buddha in the Dharma. And if you have not seen the Dharma and the Sangha, you have not seen the Buddha. And the Dharma is available in the here and the now. The Sangha is also available in the here and the now. You do not have to go to India in order to see the Buddha. If we believe that Buddha is a God, they can bestow on us the things we want, then that is not the Buddha. The Buddha is a human being who has a deep capacity of understanding and of loving. And having Mahakaruna, great compassion, Maitri, great love, Mahaprajna, great understanding, he can perform miracles. Understanding people is a miracle. And it is described that the Buddha is one who understands the world well. Lokavidu, it means understanding the world. And because he understands the world deeply, and that is why he can offer the kind of teaching that can help heal the world. And the miracle of understanding and the miracle of teaching are very important miracles that the Buddha can perform. When you give a teaching that can transform people who hear you, that is a miracle. The Buddha described it as the greatest miracles of all miracles. And there are disciples of the Buddha who were capable of doing that during the time of the Buddha. They could already continue the Buddha in the time of the Buddha. And in our time, there are those of us who can do the same by their practice, by their teaching. They can heal people. They can help people liberate themselves from their suffering. So the miracle continues